Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Revert Reaction, and today I'm going to bring you the deck list for my Vegeta, which allowed me to go undefeated last night in the release tournament. Got some sleeves, and got this amazing certificate that I've somehow convinced my fiance to let me frame and hang. So first we're going to start with the main board. I have it organized into extra cards and then everything else, numerically wise, and then after that we're going to go into the sideboard. So yeah, let's start with the extra cards. Of course, me running any kind of hyper aggro deck, I'm running Legendary Flute. This is a new set 4 card. What it allows you to do is you'll play it for free, energy cost is 0, and then you bounce back either one of your battle cards or one of your opponent's battle cards, 3 or less, but if you bounce back your own card, you draw a card. So, we'll talk about it when we get to the battle cards later, but there's a lot of battle cards that you use this with. And then Force Entropy. That's the extra cards right there. That's all there is. The rest are battle cards. So, let's get this started. We got 3 time control Coronas. And this is in here for 2 reasons. The first reason is in my original set 3 list and TOP list, I had energy boosted Majin Buu anyway. So it's still a colorless draw one, but now it actually just kills the Shigesh, because last night I was playing and I ran into a Ginyu Veggies who he thought nobody would be playing the Corona because there was so much hype about it, and he got slaughtered because I played this, and then he couldn't do the things he wanted to do. 3 intensifying power trunks. We call it the Crit Kaba. And then to match it, we got 3 Kaba. More for the game ender. These are your self-awakening bits. You can use Legendary Flute to bounce it back to your hand to draw a card if you want to play it again or whatnot. But those are very good cards. We've got our 4 super combos, of course. Piccolo. Nothing too crazy about that. It's bread and butter. Another bread and butter for Vegeta is 4 of the Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This comes in handy a lot early game and late game. We have 3 of the Raging Spirit Sun Gohans. This is normally my turn 1 energy. And then sometimes if I have to apply a certain amount of pressure, I'll play these. These could actually probably go, but I've just decided to leave them in because I took out the Mighty Mask engine when I switched over to set 4. So, and then everybody knows 4 Champas. That's nothing new. 3 Bodyguard Legic. So this is one of these cards that I was talking about, the flute being really good. So Bodyguard Legic allows you to play this blocker for free if your opponent has a battle card and you don't. So you can play this. And then Legendary Flute it back to your hand, draw a card. Play it. Legendary Flute it back to your hand, draw a card. So, I mean, if you're just trying to mill through your hand or your deck, that's the engine to do it with. 4 of the Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku, the 1-cost super combo pretty much. And now we're starting to get into more of the heavy hitters. We got 4 of the Dash Pack Bardock's Desperate Onslaught. This is a Overwhelm 5. It's a 20k critical. When you play this card using Overwhelm, your opponent cannot combo with any battle cards in the battle area or use blocker for the duration of the battle. So this is good if they've negated me, and I'm like, cool, alright, double strike. Just to make sure that I hit them where I want to hit them. And it's an Overwhelm 5, which really isn't that much. 3 Foreseeing Hits. We all know how great Foreseeing Hit is. But what you don't know is my Spice card that's with it. I'm running 2 of them. So I run 3 Foreseeing Hits, turn 4 or turn 5. I normally try to have one of these Trunks to restand energy. I'll play it, and if I live till next turn, if they live and I live till next turn, I play 2 Lightning Fast Hits. Now, for people who don't know, since Lightning Fast Hits a set 1 thing, it says when a card evolves into this card, inflict 2 damage to your opponent. Period. You don't have to attack. So if you're at 2 life and you don't Bloodlust this, I win. I had a funsy game with a buddy yesterday and won that way, but I didn't get to do it in the tournament. And then I've got 2 Scientist Foos. Scientist Foos, great. We all know how good they are. And then my 1 Spice card last night, which I'm thinking about making this into 2, is because Mira Creator Absorbed. It's an SR from set 4, and it is absolutely disgusting. So I'm going to turn it around so I can read it. So it's an Overwhelm 4, 1 energy. Alright. We're going to ignore the first auto because I don't use it. If you play it with Union, it gets double strike, and people have to choose stuff from their hand. But the other auto, which just happens if you just play it for 1 energy, 4 overwhelm. When this card attacks, it gains 5k power for each card in your warp. So it's at 30k, right? The game I won last night, I had 12 or 13 cards in my warp. So let's say 12, that's 5 times 12, that's 60. So this was up to 90,000 before I ever even comboed with it. And then they had 2 life. And they were like, oh, is it single strike? And I'm like, yeah. And then I played Champa. And I mean, before I even put any cards from my hand onto this, it was up to 90,000. This is just a big finisher. And it's a cheap finisher. You know, it's cheaper than Foreseeing Hit if you have the Chomp in hand. That's the only problem, is you kind of have to have the Chomp in hand if you're going for the double strike. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, I almost forgot the sideboard. Ha! Okay, so here's my sideboard. I've got 3 Whis Coercion against Mass Saiyans and Mirror Matches. That's when they come in. 3 Goten Family of Justice for Kabas. And, I don't know. It was for, like, the veggie package, but with Corona being able to kind of nerf that so bad, it really doesn't matter. Mafuba for big hitters. Father-Son Gatling Gun. This is for people who run Cell Chain, because I'll pay 2 energy. Send the 7-drop back to their hand, and then everything else goes to the drop. 2 Mass Saiyans. Those switch out with my 2 Scientist Foos in my deck if I'm playing some kind of veggie. And then the main sideboard piece is Haru Haru. So good. Haru Haru is so good. And so that's it, guys. That is my sideboard. That is my deck. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed the deck, if you want to see something spicy like it. And I'll talk to you later, guys.